Podomania.
Hey guys, and welcome to Podomania, the world's strongest special, because everything is a special, as we know already. I am your host, HBH, aka Ben Hampton. With me as always, Jezekai, aka Jay Lawson.
Oh dear.
We've got, sitting in on the show today, we've got Si, who you were on a show a couple of months ago, but he never made it air, thanks to stuff that Craig Nash said that we couldn't. So you're back on now then, mate. Like I say, you're sat listening, but if you want to chip in, buddy, you know, you can do it anytime. You're a wrestling fan. So, you know, if you want to chip in and you say it, mate, alright.
Okay, mate, yeah.
But cheers for being on the show anyway. And then we've got back, and I'm not being the same to you, but you're my favourite person to have on the show because I learn loads. It's
innit?
Nick Mason on the show, round of applause for Nick Mason,
Supermark is into hizzy.
Supermark. Are you sure you don't want to start a chant? Because you're that much of a mark. Yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back again. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks since WrestleMania. We did say we were going to do them every 2 and 3 weeks. So we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to do a bit of news this week. We're going to talk about Mark Henry's epic WrestleMania win that nobody thought was going to happen.
Only me and you.
Only us two. We're in that. We're going to do.
I called it and you laughed.
Yeah, I laughed because I couldn't imagine how happy I'd be if it happened. Yeah, and then it happened. So, and then we're going to talk. We're going to do a couple of Raw reviews. We're actually going to talk about. I do want to talk a little bit about the crowd from the Raw after Mania. Because like I say, we're meant to be 70% European, really good crowd. It restored my faith in wrestling fans, including myself. You know, so it's all good. We're going to talk about that as well. I'm going to do an English Raw review from this week. So it was in England. Quick, get them fucking giant Union Jacks out. Make sure that taxi's on stage. And for fuck's sake, someone found a picture of a phone box so we can pass it.
Make sure Regal's alright.
Regal's be there. We're too late to book Sun Girls from Sun, like we did a couple of years ago. So we're just going to have to use Divas instead for when Morrissey comes out and plays. And Divas can just dance about on their own.
Make sure Layla's got some Union Jack clothes. I forgot she's from England.
Exactly. Barrett,
when she came down, I forgot she was from England.
Yeah, no, make sure that Union Jack strap is on that IC title when he does it. You know, that sort of stuff. But yeah, we'll talk about that, and then we're going to do, because we don't talk enough about it, I spoke to Brett Bell. He always gets a mention on this show, but I do talk to him about this. I spoke to Brett Bell today, the week, and he said, you don't do enough TNA. So we're going to do the pros and mainly cons of TNA. That's what we're going to do, because we all know a bit about it. And Si, you've got something to say about that made you laugh earlier, and you can share it with everyone later on. We're going to do pros and cons of TNA. And that's it, yeah. We're going to kick off the Podomania's World's Strongest Special with first bit of news. And can I just say, before we say this news, it's really good. But Wrestle Memes didn't start this shit. Me and Jay started the Fandango Revolution. We started, did we not?
We did. We were bumming it for ages.
Bumming it for ages. Then the week before Mania, when it all kicked off, we played his music as an outro to the show.
I actually went home and downloaded it after I did the podcast.
Yeah, that's what I mean, man. I've got it on my phone as well. I love that shit. Everton Football Club played it at half time, and then Fandango tweeted him saying, "Can you play it all the way through March?" And they tweeted him back saying, "Nice try." But they played at Everton 2 weekends ago.
Glasgow Rangers as well?
I think so, yeah, Rangers as well. Yeah, the Rangers and the Everton played at
Vorton.
So Vorton.
Leicester City.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
it's like, but it was still stretching over, and apparently all English fans and all European fans and all American fans and everyone else that were at that Raw, we'll talk about later, we're doing it, waiting at night after Raw had gone off. I saw loads of videos on trains.
Yeah.
Fans on trains waiting for trains and shit like that, where they all just do it, hands up and that.
Week after though, American fans just killed it.
Yeah, they did, and I said that to you, and I went, he'll get no reaction tonight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we do put them to shame.
I'm glad though it went back to England week after and it was just all over again.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon
they'll
as
get it eventually, won't they?
like...
They'll get it. The Americans will catch on eventually.
There's always something though after WrestleMania that just gets over, like last year with Yes.
Yeah, well that's it. Yeah. Yes, it was. And if a couple of years back, it was Pac. Yeah, because Pac came back after Mania. And everyone was buzzing off him. Yeah. That was a couple of years ago. Over 10 years ago, but
not Pac.
I'm on about X-Pac.
Yeah.
Your ass is grass and I'm going to smoke it. That were his first words when he come back.
Yeah, I know.
That was new. And then they were like, you can't use that anymore.
Shut up, Sean.
That
right, I didn't hear him.
Have you done your blood test?
Yeah. How's your bumhole feeling?
How's your fucking hell? That's news.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. Him ripping his bumhole while they were wrestling.
Fuck me, man.
Doing a Bronco Buster, weren't it? And he fucking
I hope not.
Because he reckoned he died from internal bleeding.
But I don't get how that can actually happen.
But how wide was he? Like, who are we doing it on? Like Abdul Butcher? You know what I mean? Like, to get his neck's not that head. You know, like, his neck's not that wide.
It'd be alright because he's already got hepatitis.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Fucking, can you imagine? Not only is he doing Bronco Buster on them and splitting bumhole, they've got blood dripping on the chin and chest for Bronco Buster.
You
have to,
Who
you
signed?
have to
What show
incinerate
it
the
for?
ring after.
Yeah, what show were it for? Who cleared him? Do you know what I mean? Who cleared him to work? You know, when he got a B or whatever. I'm not surprised if it was Russo. For like Pro Wrestling Gorilla or something like that. I won't be surprised, mate. But yeah, off subject to Sean Molar's anus. Fandango, really happy for him because I think Johnny Curtis is a good worker.
Yeah.
I've seen him FCW.
He's been there forever, hasn't
He has been there forever because
Stuck
they've
in
tried so.
limbo,
If you
hasn't
watch, they've tried so much shit with him and all. So. He deserves it. He deserves to be on telly. You know, putting him with Jericho is the right thing to do, I think, because Jericho is the right person to put any new guy over, and he's happy to do that, and it make it look realistic. It's not like they could bring him out and put him over Cena. You know, like realistically, he'll beat Cena. You know what I mean?
I think Jericho's like talented enough to like get it over.
Definitely,
as well.
that's what I mean. Yeah, that's why. Like when he went over at Mania, that's why Jericho's best wrestler in the world.
Yeah.
You know, one of the best guys in business, because no one else had fucking done that.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I couldn't see
take
Cena.
what they've not seen one. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, well, people nowadays, you know, they wouldn't do that shit.
Yeah.
So Zig would get told to, but it doesn't matter because we'll talk about that after. Like he deserved it. Like I'm not pissed off that he didn't cash in at Mania. Because I think it was miles worth it with crowd on Raw after.
Yeah.
Because they appreciated it. The crowd on Raw appreciated it miles more.
I don't think you needed it at Mania though.
No, that's what I mean. No, but you thought he would, because no one's ever cashed it at Mania, have they? And you know, and celebrated like I've won it, and he could have his big Mania moment, like pretended he just had a fucking big old match.
I'm surprised they're going into Triple Threat though at Extreme Rules. You know, with Jack Swagger, I thought you were like.
Yeah, I thought it'd been gone by now because surely why they slapped title on him? Unless, of course, the only reason, obviously, well, it makes sense. The only reason they kept it on Del Rio was for Ziggler to take it out after.
Yeah.
So. Do you know what I mean as well?
Well, they cut his entrance out at Mania, didn't they?
Yeah, that was his punishment.
That was
he got his entrance
punishment.
cut,
He got a job as entrance.
Yeah.
About a minute and I'll come down in Jeep.
He come out in Jeep. Well, I reckon he was driving. That's why they cut it.
Probably.
So the DUI they got done for. So they don't want to show him driving on telly.
Exactly.
Not while he's still down for it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, but Fandango, going back to him, yeah, really happy about it. Good guy. Good show that new talent's coming through. To be written in to win at Mania is a massive thing because for your debut anyway.
Oh yeah.
So WWE, have obviously got weight in him, but it's Vince's project, isn't he? And all Vince's right hand, Johnny Curtis, which again I like, but I think Vince McMahon needs to take his fucking head out his arsehole or something, because if he's down with someone like Curtis, but he's not down with someone like Cesaro.
But you need to remember though, he was down with fucking Drew McIntyre.
Well,
he was the chosen one. And look how
and
that
look at
turned
Trips
out.
Sin Cara and even Sandow.
Yeah.
Trips is not even, but I don't get a bit looks on it, a booking at minute. He doesn't give a fuck about Sandow anymore.
Yeah.
They'll just stick him in with fucking Sweet Tea. They've changed Tensai's name to Sweet Tea. And in fact, talking about that shit, right, that shit tag team, him and Brodus. Did you see a couple of weeks ago on Raw? Brodus had shit on his face, tattoos on face like Tensai did. Like, well, I thought Tensai's tattoos were meant to be real. Right? So, to kids, Tensai's tattoos are real. What, has Brodus claimed he's got one, and then had it took off week after? Or what? It just made no sense at all. I know how they do it anyway, because I saw a little picture on Facebook, a meme, of how you get Chinese writing, and you just get a black marker pen on super noodles, dry super noodles, print it on a page, looks like Japanese writing, so that's what they must do with his head, only with steak. Just slap a steak on his head.
They did that with Crush. Remember Crush when he had that
with face
tattoo on
paint?
the
It
forehead?
was like an axe.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Because he was feuding with Savage,
It was supposed
and
to
they
be
had that
like-
last man standing match where Savage
Mania.
tied him up.
Were it Mania?
Yeah, no, I think I don't know if it was Mania.
Yeah, that when he came back as like the convict, and then he did Nation and DOA.
Yeah, when he
That
had
tattoo
fucking
on his
and he
forehead.
had and dreads,
Yeah.
and braids.
And then he was like, I actually thought that was a real tattoo. I actually
He
believed
did have-
it
he
at
had
the time.
a
But then,
Kyushu tattoo,
when he
didn't
went, but then when he went to WCW as Brian Adams, he weren't there. I'm like,
Baby,
fuck.
when you're gone. Him and Adam Bomb doing duo. Adam Bomb's like, when you're gone. I'd have loved to have seen that. I tell you, I would have loved to have seen that. Brian Adams and
The Adams.
the Adams, Brian Adams and Brian Adams duet. Yeah, but I do remember that. But talking about just going on to the next bit of news. Going on the same theme of Vince liking younger guys at the minute, apparently, it's a little spoiler if anyone hasn't watched it. Well, I didn't mean it like that. Vince like young'uns. You know what I meant? He likes young talent. That's worse, isn't it? But yeah, the guy's coming up. And this is a bit of a spoiler if anyone actually sits down to watch SmackDown on Friday thinking, I've not read results, I can't wait to see SmackDown. Who does that?
Yeah,
Right, so,
and if you do share
and I will
review.
put spoilers up. I'll put a spoiler up on the right, on the description of what's going on. But Ambrose versus Taker happened on SmackDown this week, and that's massive.
Yeah, it
you
is.
said saying it when you walked in, because that shows that fuck me, he's gone straight into one-on-one match with Taker.
His singles, yeah.
A singles one-on-one match,
Yeah.
and it's his first singles match at WWE. Think about it. It's his
Taker,
first singles match,
yeah.
Taker. So they must be, they must, like you said, they must have weight behind him, man. But on the flip side of that, and the negative side of that is apparently he's getting cut. Why would you cut that from? Apparently it's too good.
Even if it was
It must be
shit.
too good. If it's
Yeah.
SmackDown, that's why. I don't mean that's not a joke as in SmackDown shit, but as in like, whoa, this is a fucking pay-per-view match sort of thing. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
reserved, or Raw, this is a Raw. This
Next
should
year's
be
WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We've got
It's
it.
something like that though. It's like this could be a
I'd
pay-per-view.
love to see someone like Ambrose or someone be elevated
Fandango.
to like Undertaker
Mate,
level by next year.
Do you know
Or even
what? For
Fandango.
Undertaker level by next year, are you mad?
Well,
To Undertaker,
not on Undertaker
oh,
level,
I'm gonna
on
say,
the- on the level
20 years of career in
on
one
the
year.
level where they can wrestle him at WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That's
yeah,
what I mean.
yeah, they're ready.
Yeah.
No, that'd be cool. Like Ambrose, I do want to see that match, but I can wait as well. If they do cut it, it's going to happen somewhere down the line. But I'd read actually that Taker weren't actually going to be involved in this. I thought, I'd read on one of the dirt sheets that Taker were just for that Raw, and then they were just going. Them three were going to go into a program with D. Bryan, Kane, and tag titles, which probably still could happen. Because I can see him putting them on Reigns and Rollins or something like that. Do you know what
I think it'd be like a 3-man tag team.
Yeah.
Any 2
Trio
hours.
Like Spirit Squad.
Like,
Just swapping titles.
Freebird rule, that's it, innit?
Yeah, mate, it's Demolition Rule. You don't know which one he is. Demolition. That going on to that, I'll just off on it. That made me laugh. And anyone who watches old school wrestling will know when Crush were in the ring. And
Yeah.
Axe, who's got short hair and crawl under,
And a knee
Crush would
brace.
get out, and a knee brace. Crush would come back on the ring with full on mullet and they can't tell who it is. It's still Axe. What are you talking about?
is, though,
We're not that stupid.
By that
surely.
point in the match and that, like, all the face paint had
Yeah,
gone
well,
off,
that's
so,
not-
like,
he's done his
Axe
face
didn't have
paint
any
as well.
face paint. So, like, Axe had just got, like, fully fresh face paint.
Yeah. They were mad and they'd be like, the ref doesn't know. It were like Kurt and Eric, that were clever. Because they
Yeah.
look like each other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That were
Yeah.
clever. This were like, obviously,
Like
he obviously
Skip and
thought
Zip.
the 80s and 90s wrestling fans were way thicker than we are now. Because that had never happened now. Do you know what I mean? They couldn't
then
use
though,
that
we
skit,
were
that
too involved,
spot.
big man.
Even
And then
then though, I was like about 6 and it was like, am I just fucking cleverer than everyone?
Yeah.
Or something?
Like even, ref.
Like, am I just like really clever for my age?
And that's why you become a ref after.
Exactly.
To stop shit like that happening.
To this day, I will make sure I get everything right. And that includes taking money off Max. Don't it, Nick?
I got a family to feed.
Well, what can I say? You have. Them wrestling documentaries don't bite themselves, do they?
No, that's
And
true.
what did they do? Are they microwavable? What, 2.5 minutes? Got mouths to feed. By that I mean fucking Nigel McGuinness' documentary. I've got my Wrestling Road Diaries too. There's a new Savage figure out. Talking of that, shout out to Flawless. See that picture he made with stickle bricks?
Yeah,
He made a
that
stickle
was
bricks
fucking
ring
awesome.
with that old school Savage figure. Now like, that's cool. That is the upside having a child. I never thought of doing that. But he's saying that Finley, my lad, run into Hot Wheels when he was younger. That's so I couldn't really make a fucking ring out of Hot Wheels. Just go everywhere, wouldn't they?
You could have just fucking... They brought that shit PS2 game out, didn't they, when they were in cars?
Yeah,
You just-
Mayhem, Motor Mayhem.
Yeah. Or I just video with M-Boss. Go see
Yeah,
what-
no. What was that shit game at Day of Reckoning where you had to fight them all? And it was like, smash, 17 panes of glass.
Yeah, I think
and you had
it
to
was.
stop
I think
Mania
you-
from happening. Yeah, you get sacked from Stephanie at the beginning, you have to stop Mania from happening. Do you remember it?
No.
You fight security
Do
guards
you
on like a
remember
street.
that WCW backstage assault?
Yeah, that was fucking...
Yeah, you
right.
could be fucking... You could be
with
Scott Norton and that
of
on
them.
that.
Yeah, you could be loads of people on it. WCW versus the world best.
They were
World
like
best.
but they were like that backstage assault. There were no ring in it. Every match was backstage.
Yeah, backstage,
it was
yeah, and like,
yeah.
you could- like
But you
Kevin-
could fight for any title. Stupid as fuck.
Amazing, talking to WCW games with Nitro, you watch with Nitro Thunder, you watch the
Thunder.
video, there's a video on YouTube and it's got all the sound, the video clips. You know when you could pick, they could talk before. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
video on YouTube and it plays all video clips. They're like fucking...
Yeah, man.
Uh,
Hey, monkey boy.
Yeah, hey, monkey boy. Thingy. Scott Hall says that, and DDP says one somewhere.
Oh,
They're all
yeah.
basically they're trying to sell the sends.
Yeah.
They did
You better
two,
pick
didn't-
me.
They did two, didn't they?
Thunder and Nitro,
Thunder.
yeah. Nitro. We're at Nitro. We're Nitro, isn't it? Oh, I can't
Thunder.
remember. We're at one where you could put them in any faction.
Yeah.
Like, press square, put them in fucking four.
I remember at the
Horsemen.
time they were like, because it was during like, well, on TV it was like when Sting had like he'd not spoken in a year.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like you could like get Sting to talk, and I remember like just being a kid like marking out Sting
Yeah.
smokes.
Oh, no, but when you got it, you were like,
face paint.
when you got it, you knew it was going to happen. Like, what's Sting's going to do?
Yeah.
What's he going to say? What's he going to say?
That's like
Yeah.
why I bought the game.
Yeah. I bought it for fucking Scott Hall, mate. I'm so happy with
but
Scott
Scott
Hall.
Steiner, man.
You could
What
like
are you on
alter
about?
the stables though, couldn't you? You could like
That's
put
what
them
I'm
in
saying, put them in
NWO
Horsemen
and have
and
like
that.
different ring gear.
Yeah, Horseman. They all Horseman vest. They come down with
Yeah,
Horseman vests.
Meter.
Meter,
Feel like
Meter.
British Bulldog in NWO shirt and black and white
Yeah,
Union
man.
Jack.
Yeah, man, that shut up.
It'll never
Very
beat No
good.
Mercy, but
No, yeah,
it'll
no,
never beat No Mercy or any of them games. versus the world,
Yeah.
fucking WrestleMania 2000, all that good shit. I tried for 3 hours to power it. I
Really
read
good
a cheat. I think I
soundtrack
spoke
as
like this. Yeah, it were
on versus the world.
Diggity Dog. That was thinking of it. Diggity Dog.
On Shop.
On Shop Zone. Fucking hell. I spent 3 hours. I think I spoke about this before, but I spent 3 hours because I read that if there's a bit where you get on No Mercy, acolytes come up to your APA and you either pay them off or you fight them. And I read that if you got one of them into truck, Farouk in truck, three pedigrees on one, you could just back pull if you were good. Three moves out of one bar before it ran out. And apparently, if you did that in truck, you heard a noise, and Inferno matches were unlocked. Now I believe that because at the beginning intro bit, was the best thing about game.
Yeah,
you know when you watch the video at the beginning, Kane did it. You know, fireworks, and I was like, oh, fucking Inferno match. It shows take a game fight in an Inferno match. Why put a Inferno match in a fucking intro when you can't even play it on game? It's daft, isn't it? What are you thinking, Si? At least enjoying it, are you?
It's like that Aliens video, isn't it?
Oh, God.
Sell us all good shit, and then when it comes out, it was like...
Even Flawless admitted that he was shit, and he likes
I said it were going to be shit.
But anyway, going on from Ambrose and Taker to another bit of Shield news, and it's apparently WWE have been teasing online that there's a fourth member. But there were a poll that were like, who do you think it is? Cena, Punk, John Cena, Punk, Ryback, or Raymond? Now, I presume that, you know, they're just... They could still be a fourth member coming and destroying off Cena, because it's not going to be any of them, is it? Let's be honest.
If it deals, I want it to be Cena, but it's not.
Yeah, whoever wants to be Cena. Everybody wants to be Cena. Because I actually thought 2 weeks ago on Raw when Ryback didn't help Cena, we're going to run in and start helping Shield.
Yeah.
And it's Ryback's friend. Obviously, they're not going to find a Bulletproof Vest that's going to fit that big in.
Punk, mate.
You like Punk to be it? Punk, I think, because like you know, oh, what's next step now? Yeah, but what's next step now? Yeah, but they didn't do it properly. Now he's established as a proper main event. They could do an Evolution with Punk running it. You know, not Evolution, but you know, like everyone's like, what they're going to do him now is, but you know, he's going to be boring. He's done everything. Stick him in a stable with him at forefront, but proper mecha go on it. You know what I mean? Like proper mecha go on it. You know, like, even as it sounds daft, but I want to see, you know, like Shield. All I've talked about, all I've wanted since they've come out is another member. Yeah. I want it to be Eddie Road days. Not get daft like Virgil's weird now. But that's why I suppose I like that a little bit, because even though I was like, oh, it's going to be someone shit, I still excited to find out who were in it, and that's what I want to. You know, I want to see. I do want to see a fourth member at Shield, even if it's someone from NXT, and they keep. I don't want Ambrose to lose Mike, because I see Ambrose.
They keep saying it's going to be Corey Graves. He's next and like ready.
See, I can see Corey Graves.
I like Cassius Ohno.
Oh yeah, man, I would fucking jizz. I would jizz.
Did you talking of that? Loads of LA chants on the last couple of rows. Loads of LA chants.
Yeah, and they were blaming football.
Yeah.
On Raw, like, just gone, football chants, I like, shut up. Even Cesaro looked, he clapped, man, he clapped at the crowd, he like, yeah, I know what
yeah, he started laughing, didn't he, when he turned around, yeah.
I know what that chant is.
Sami Zayn.
Yeah. Couple more bits of news before we get on to talking about Raw. We're going to do, actually, I want to talk about this, and I don't think any of you three said you hadn't seen it, but I have. But you've seen a tweet, haven't you? Zack Ryder is possibly... well, I read a couple of weeks ago, that he wanted to do a more serious, not necessarily a heel, but he wants to be more serious. But they brought this Long Island Ice out, which I don't know if you've seen it. Have you ever seen that show he does on YouTube? They're quite funny, aren't they? His dad is hench. His dad is fucking
Big O.
And Big O as well. Big O should be ready.
I haven't watched it since it went over to like WWE.
Yeah, but they stopped it. It's not been on for ages, but they brought a new one out, and he did all spiel, woo woo woo, I'm your internet champion, and then he just stopped. I told you earlier, didn't I? And he was like, I can't do this, and he took his wig off.
Though, you know, because he's done it on his own station. Is it like WWE's told him to do that?
Well, no, they could, but even if it leads into a serious role, I still want that, because I don't doubt WWE produced that.
Or has he taken it upon himself to
no,
try and do
I
it,
think
you know,
WWE's
like
told
he
him.
did, like the first time he got over, where he did it all on his own.
Yeah, well, maybe I think, obviously, he wants to more serious character, but I think that if he wants to do it, WWE will to help him. I'm pretty sure WWE's had more than, 5 fucking hands in that party.
I heard they weren't happy with him for, getting him, taking initiative to do it himself.
Yeah, well, that's what the part they're on about. Fandango was on about getting a fucking... They say they won't be surprised if he gets dropped off, dies off of it, because he's sort of done it in his own norm, or not done it, but the crowd's reacted to it better. And Vince don't like that shit, does he?
Get over when we say you do.
Of course, that's what it is. And everyone will like Fandango shit and all because he's doing that old, early 90s, late 80s gimmick, over the top gimmick. Because you could easily see Sam Fandango on a card with Bossman and Papa Shango. He's got that gimmick, that old Martel and Fandango in a faction.
Mania were amazing.
That's what I mean, though. You could see him in old school days, Hogan and Warrior and fucking Martel and Rick Rude and Fandango. Do you know what I mean?
I think the whole dance gimmick that'll run its course eventually.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Until he's a break dancer. Comes out.
Where can he go from there? Well, I think he'll just be Fandango, and I think they'll just keep it in the same, unless they do a bit where he snaps and he's like, my name is Johnny Curtis. It's not, or something like that. If they let him allow him to go down that route,
they could give him a claw and a mask, and he could be Vega.
Vega from Street Fighter.
Yeah. That'd be really good actually.
You should play him, new one. You should make a new one.
Have Johnny Curtis playing him. Awesome.
That'd be awesome.
It would be awesome, wouldn't it? It would be.
Anyway.
But yeah, Zack Ryder, either turning heel or getting a bit more serious. I do want to see it because I'm sick of seeing him. I want Zack Ryder train when he got himself off of her, and then he went to pot, and I'm fucking... In fact, he went to shit for me when I saw they had a phone on WWE game when he come out on entrance, and he was filming crowd. I was like, oh my god, fuck me. Get on with that shit. If they're going to do it properly. When he takes the camera around, go into a fucking first-person mode. Do you know what I mean? When you see it on the camera, at least make an effort with it.
I think he was kind of capitalising off the whole Jersey Shore thing, so that were really big at the time, and now that's been cancelled.
Yeah, well, they've stopped doing it at the air. I think, like, Robbie E, or Robbie T split.
Like, the whole Jersey Shore thing's finished now.
You could do Geordie Shore, couldn't he?
Although, you say that, but...
Adrian Neville, he's a Geordie.
Exactly.
I can't believe they gave him a mic on NXT the other week. He was like, right, I don't know where my partner is, but I'll face you both 2-on-1 for the titles. That went a bit Irish, obviously, but and I couldn't believe it. Americans were like, what? And Regal were like, I think what he said is, and said it to the other announcer. Yeah, he says he wants to fight 2-on-1. Right, I don't know. I don't know where my partner is, right, but I'll face you both. Like, it was full on, like, proper Bro Geordie up mic, and Americans like, what? What?
She was wrestling NXT a bit ago, Paige, and, like, the commentator, like, not Regal, the other guy, he's like, there's Paige, she comes from the Knight family out of Norwich in England.
Norwich.
And Regal just go, it's Norwich, you fool.
Yeah, it's Norwich, you fool.
Fandango, beat fucking Regal.
Yeah, we'll talk about that now, funnily enough. Right, we're going to get 2 more quick bits of news, because we've been a bit of news, we've not been here for 2 or 3 weeks, so we're fairly big news section. This is quite an interesting one, because I like UFC as well, big UFC fan. As I'm sure we all watch a bit of UFC, don't we?
Yeah.
CM Punk and Mark Coleman had a bit of beef on last show, which would have been the Frank Mir. I thought, Benson defended his title. And then, apparently, CM Punk's been at the last couple of shows, because they showed him at the finale of Ultimate Fight, didn't they? They showed him on this one, instead of Mark Coleman in crowd, and Mark Coleman went absolutely fucking skits, because obviously he's a UFC legend, and apparently he tried to find Punk, and, like, actually start a physical fight with him over it, and Punk was like, what you on about? I don't fucking know that shit. They tell me I'm going to be on telly and to smile and wave at camera. I didn't know I'm replacing you. Like, Punk was like, no doubt, if it had been me, I'd have been like, they didn't say, oh, we chose you over Mark Coleman, so make sure you do something good to camera. I'm sure he didn't know that shit. They were just like,
Isn't it?
I'm sure they're just like,
sounds very
do you mind if we put you on telly? That's what I mean, it's all, but it's not going to be. Coleman's not coming to WWE, he's done, mate. He's about nearly 50, isn't he? And he's going on a bit. Like, he told Ortiz he'd smash him, and Ortiz laughed at him. And they didn't even have a fight. Ortiz like, I'm not even going to fight you. I'll smash you, I'll break you, yeah. I'm not even gonna, there's no point in fighting.
Done,
yeah. And then the last bit of news, we mentioned it earlier, Mark Henry wins at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Yeah! Fucking shocked me, couldn't believe it. We'll go into actually talking about it, and I want to thank the staff, and Aaron, and mainly Beth, because she put it all on.
Yeah.
WrestleMania night at Champs were awesome.
Man.
They were fucking awesome. We had a really good night, didn't we?
Yeah, man.
The food were really good. You know what I mean? I didn't know what to expect, but the mozzarella sticks were fucking a bomb. Talking to a fat lad talking. All chicken wings.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pete because Pete smashed that challenge, didn't he? Hands was shaking, bless him, he was shaking like a shitting dog.
Atom.
I didn't see it. All I saw is everyone chanting because I come over to call Rodriguez ill turn on because he had crutches and all that. This is a bit suspect. If it was going to happen with Swagger. Like he's going to take cask off old school. Because I could see, like I said the other week on podcast, Rodrigo going into like I am an American, Ricardo Rodriguez, and being with Swagger and Zeb Coulter and being like, or even the angle where they've bribed him, we know you're illegal, Evan, you better, I had to help him. Sorry, Aldo, but I had to help him because he had, he was blackmailing me. Well, that didn't happen anyway. And then also is Pete just drinking this bowl of chili sauce after he'd smashed these wings. How many did he do?
6.
Was that the challenge 6?
Yeah, 6 wings in 6 minutes. But I'm not even joking. Like I had like 1 or 1.5 or something. And I felt like my face were on fire. I've never had anything that spicy before in my fucking life.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Words can't describe. You know what I mean? As soon as I smelt
the Bombay Bad Boy.
I have
Yeah,
tomato
Hotter than a
sauce, I
Bombay
get
bad
sweat
boy,
on,
I
man.
doubt that.
Makes
he
Bombay
says
bad
that.
boy smell like-
Fucking
That's some
Bombay
hot
bad-
shit, mate.
That's some hot shit, mate.
Makes Bombay bad boy taste like a milkshake.
Oh, God. Bombay
Seriously,
bad boy.
though,
Mixed with Donna one.
As soon as they were coming round, you smelt them. As soon as you smelt them, it were like
Yeah,
shit.
Donna ones are nice.
And Peter were just like, he just demolished them.
I saw him, mate. I'm like, fair play to him. He tries everything he does. He tries that, and he smashes. He's doing it a minute anyway. But yeah, that was cool. But thanks again to Beth, or Shax, if we can. We'll rock Crayfib now anyway. But yeah, for that because it's cool. Looking forward to hopefully if you do another one, SummerSlam, I presume it's Big Four. They're going to be doing them for. I hope they do anyway.
Yeah,
SummerSlam or Survivor Series has been nice. Depending on cards, how much I'd go to. We're going to talk about Extreme Rules a little bit, but I'd go to a Championship Extreme Rules because it's looking like a fairly decent card. Do you know what I mean? If they're doing one, but I don't think they're doing it. I think she said, just big events, which is fine. But I really enjoyed it. It was something different. The atmosphere. It weren't the same as being there, but it was as good as.
I think they still tested water weight a bit.
From what we had. We made the most out. Everybody made most of what we had, and it obviously. A bar that wasn't open till 4 o'clock. Staff stayed on till 4 o'clock. That's why I say we're thanking him for it. It was an awesome night. And rather than like all we'd normally do is sit. We'd sit and we'd just watch it with us. And it weren't the same, man. There were chants going off in one corner. Bar chants. Me and Jay were pretty much just chanting against whoever anyone else was chanting for. Because that's what you do. We're heel boys. We went sick. I went sick when seeing a fucking one started busting Kenny Power spun cans out everywhere because Carl fucking lost it with me.
Only me
Bailo,
and you.
because I was making a bit of show of me saying.
When Mark Henry won.
Mark Henry, that's what we're talking about. I was like, yes! And then we knew we were going to get a finish afterwards because they weren't going to bury Ryback totally. But it was a good decision.
All Ryback needed to do that night was get Mark Henry
that was the point of the match.
Yeah,
that was the point.
Whether he won or lost, all he needed to do with that.
Yeah, definitely. That's what the crowd were waiting for. And no doubt they've been working on it for months.
That's why it makes sense to put Henry over.
I'd be scared to guess how many times Ryback had Mark on his shoulders over the month before Mania.
Well, he'll have been fucking
practicing.
Beasting
in gym. But I bet they're having a fair few tries. Do you know what I mean? As well, they're not going to fucking. Mark Henry's like, what again? 6 times, man. 7. Jump on my shoulders. 7. Oosh, I got it. Yeah, bless him. Did you see what Steve Coe put talking to Ryback? We're going to get onto Raw now, and we're going to talk about. We'll talk about the crowd a bit after, but we'll talk about the English one this week. And they showed the Ryback pre-recorded fucking promo, didn't they, same as the week before? Now WrestleZone had put, Ryback's promos discourse. And I put if he's got to be pre-recorded and edited, get rid of him. Right.
Yeah.
My mate Steve Coe was he come to Mania that night. He was sat with us. He's a really funny guy. He said, I think he put feed me a vocabulary, didn't he?
Yeah.
Something like that.
He's shocking though, isn't he?
He's shocking. If they have to be pre-recorded all the time, he speaks in full sentences. I think I'm presuming if they've got a teleprompter, the words are just massive, right? Yeah. And there's massive spaces between each line. It probably says breathe or something like that. Snort. God, Cena. I can imagine it, but yeah, I'm not feeling him a minute. I'm feeling the heel turn. Wrong time to do it.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't have known that because they wouldn't know what crowd were like.
Yeah.
Raw after Mania, they wouldn't have known because I think if it had been a WWE crowd, a kid crowd, they'd have been booing fuck out of him. No one would have been shouting feed me more like that. It'll have been back. Oh, John Cena was crying. Oh, he's been clotheslined and finished. So that's a shame because I think that's hindered it. And I think that Ryback has worked quite hard. He's been chucked in at deep end, to be fair, and he has been quite. People might slag him off, but I've not been terrified by watching his matches. If it were Ryback take a Carly triple threat bamboo cage fucking
talking about prison. Epic matches like that, fucking main event tonight. Mark Henry in a gauntlet match against Santino Marella. Uso with a great Carly.
Is that a main event tonight?
Main event.
I actually forgot.
That's a Raw main event, though, isn't
that it? That is a main event.
That's a Raw main event. Mark Henry squashes them all.
Yeah, exactly.
Then Sheamus will give him a big boot after.
I completely forgot that Usos existed.
Well, one of them, they nearly didn't, did they? It's only because they're fucking nephews and they're in family blood. Because he got DUI, didn't he, other week? Yeah. Jimmy. One of them, Jimmy and Jay, they're both twins, aren't they? So, I tell you, mate, Usos, I knew they were fucking shit when I saw them at Sheffield Arena last year with Needham. And they're doing that it fucking danced before they come down and spin it 5 sticks.
Yeah.
And one of them, they had a microphone stuck on a pole. And he had so instead of having a microphone in his hands, he was dancing, he had to bend his neck to the side. And he was still dancing while he was singing through this microphone that was stuck to the side of the stage. It was so weird. Yeah, it was so weird, mate. Yeah, it was it looked weird, mate. It looked like a fly. It was so weird, his neck, it looked like someone to give him a fucking stiff forearm to the side of the head, and it just stayed that way, his neck. And we were like, oh, fucking hell, who is this? Who are these jobbers? But yeah, they'll be about so, because they really need tag teams. Yeah. That's why they've stuck Sweet Tea and Brodus Clay together and all, I'm sure. But, hey. there's only one team that deserves tag titles at the minute, I think, and that's Rose Scholars, because they took that much shit.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to put you in a programme for 2 months for you, them two. And we're going to cut your match from Mania. But we're going to team you with Bellas. Yeah. But you can't do it with him because D-Brow's going to be walking backstage. And, we don't want you touching his bird. But Cena might get arsed if you touch the other one because they used to be together. So...
Aren't they still together?
No, he was shagging that fucking stripper, weren't he?
Fuck no.
And she went public about it because I'm sure they were a bit. I read there were a big uproar. This was before Mania. He shagged this stripper and because he said John Cena's missus turns heel. John Cena's madam, and it was all about like she ratted him out after they done it. I've just slept with John Cena. What you on about? I'm a prostitute. Well, I'm a stripper. He gave me large. So John Cena, everybody. Like that.
Good role model.
Yeah. I mean, he's obviously good at something. Like talking of porn stars. Because it's been a while since I got Dirk X-Pac plays Bummer. Joey Ryan, still not biting. Joey Ryan of TNA goes out with a porn star. Now, I know this because on Instagram, I follow him, because I'm a loser. He tags his bird in a lot of stuff and they're together. So I clicked on their profile, and they're a picture with mascara down face, right? Yeah. And I goes, and she's put like, just finished a scene. So I'm like, oh, she's a fucking porn star, no way. Couldn't find out on her. Right, looked on Google, as you do. Couldn't find out on there. Not for free, anyway. So I tweeted Joe Ryan going, hey up, send me some links to your bird going smashed for free because I'm not paying for it. And he didn't even tweet me back. What you talking about? Yeah. What you talking about? So I put like, I like you, Tina, and I've been a sport from start, Joe Ryan. So send me some fucking, a bit of minge or something from your missus, like videos or whatever. I don't give a shit. And he didn't reply. What you talking about? I've been quite mad on Twitter lately. I tweeted like a rapper that I like and he didn't tweet me back, so I just went like, abused him.
Yeah.
Fucking only person that ever spoke to me is Val Venus. And I was slagging him off.
I got tweeted back by
talk about, yeah.
He always tweets back
Curtis got tweeted by Charlie Haas as well.
Talk about tweeted back. Who's tweeted me back?
Who?
Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik.
Rick Steiner.
Zack Ryder.
Oh, really?
Steiner, yeah.
Steiner's going to get a punch when I see him in Preston. Yeah, so...
Bastard.
And I say, Scott, yeah. Scott, you can sit down.
I might have to come to the store.
Yeah, mate, I fucking tell you, mate. We still got it, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't log in?
Yeah, I can, man.
Can you log back in? Awesome, right. Well, we've got this private message. I should take a picture of my phone tonight before I've got more. Because he was slagging me and you off and we are going to batter him. All we said were, Scott's better than you. And when Scott kicks off, was like, I've said this before, when Scott kicks off, was I be like, Scott, sit down, because it were about you. We were bumming you, yeah?
Yeah, we were.
Not him. And he said he were better than you, so I think you've got something to sort. And then we'll sit back down and watch them go at it. I think you've got something to say to each other. I'll be like Jeremy Kyle. What, you, sir, are a scumbag. Your brother is miles better.
Yes.
Used to, like what's eating Gilbert's great, used to look after Mama. When you didn't want to, he used to go and feed her and stuff. And Rick Steiner was too busy acting like a fucking dog in garden.
Isn't it?
Yeah? Oh, fucking rouse me. It makes me blood boil. We're back to Raw anyway from London. Like I said, all stereotypical Raw shit, London shit, big old Union Jacks, taxi on stage. Opened up with Heyman, didn't it?
Yeah.
And I think there were a lot are red, because I couldn't really on think, because they do fuck with audio a bit, don't they? Especially when it's pre-recorded. Heyman got loads of ECW chants apparently, with loads of ECW chants when they come out and stuff.
Yeah, he got loads.
I didn't see that, and then obviously like the whole Triple H in here, and he says blah blah blah, but Triple H were there. Oh no way, surprise! I was shocked. Triple H is there. They fucking wants to be for fucking £45 or whatever they paid, but 100 odd or whatever at front row. Anyway, Triple H comes out, gives him a pedigree, which he took on a microphone because the microphone underneath, and I turned to I think I watched a bit with Nash. And I turned up, but Heyman were like, move to left, move, Paul, move to left, move to left. I don't want to take that pedigree on fucking... Anyway, he gave him pedigree. He took it, didn't he? It was quite a good pedigree. And then Super sold it like he was dead, because he's a manager, and that's good. Yeah. That's another reason Heyman's good, because back in the day when managers got punched like Ian, he'd go down forever, wouldn't he? Yeah. He'd be down forever. Until end of the match, we need to get back up and,
That's what makes me laugh, like, how people like Shawn Michaels when he was refereeing at WrestleMania. But when he got hit and he went down for ages.
Yeah, like you Shawn Michaels.
2 years ago, you went from beginning to end with Undertaker 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
And now you're
he took a jab, went down.
Yeah, but
took a jab.
You were down for a long ass time as well.
But yeah, so Raw, started with that. Heyman got a pedigree, and it's going to be a cage match, isn't it? Lesnar versus Trips. Lesnar's going to win that. Because it's a rubber match. There's no need for Trips to win it because he's in full time. Lesnar's going to pay a lot more than Triple H, I'm presuming, on this century here. So it makes sense. I want to see Lesnar go over anyway. Triple H won at Mania. He's done what he wants to do. He's owner or whatever. He got over at Mania. Fucking. I'd rather seen it reversed. I'd rather seen Trips win at SummerSlam, Brock win at Mania. just for Brock to have that win at Mania again. Because again, he's good. He's hench, mate, and I'm enjoying watching him again. That fucking Heath Slater 2 F5s onto barrier, and then when I watched it back, they cut it. You know, because I downloaded it after I'd watched it live, and they cut it because obviously that first one must have been a botch because I think Slater fell off, didn't he? And he went to stay on it. But that was good. We were doing top 10 Mark Henry facts, weren't we?
We were.
Through Raw. Did you see any of my top 10 Mark Henry facts?
I didn't know.
Some good ones. The best top 10 Mark Henry facts was fact 11. There are 11 top 10 facts about Mark Henry. That was my favourite. And that and Domino's, basically, it showed Mark Henry on screen with Domino's advert on. And so we ordered some Domino's up, and it tasted miles better when Mark Henry on telly. Yeah. Si, you like Mark Henry, you like him. He's an hater. He is a fucking Mark Henry hater, Si, aren't you?
I am, mate.
Yeah, you are. You should be, mate, because he will come and split your wig.
He's been a plastic, mate.
He's not a plastic, mate.
He works.
He knows what he can do. Mark Henry knows what he can do, man, at windows. I mean, he's not trying to do it daft. I was surprised they took Risk about getting him up, because I thought
the
he
last 2 years have been like Mark Henry's best work yet.
Yeah, when he went champion, fuck me. I was gripped. I know it sounds daft, but I watched SmackDown.
He was smashing.
Yeah, I watched SmackDown when I watched it more than I watch it now when Ziggler's a champion.
It's a shame that they add him as sexual chocolates. I think that's always going to be holding him back.
Yeah, no, I agree
He
as well.
still gets like sexual chocolates.
Yeah, chance and stuff, mail
like,
and hand and all that sort of stuff.
And it's like always going to hold him back from proper being seen as a big fucking monster.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But when he was world champ, brilliant stuff.
That's it. Cheers, Si, for the lightage. Next, well, no, we'll still talk about Raw, obviously, but from the English one. But the next bit that happened was apparently there was a house show in Cardiff the same night, and that's why Raw were really thin on talent for matches. The first match was Brodus versus Sandow. You know, shortish match. Apparently, he had to redo the spot twice. I don't know if you read that and all, because they rolled him up. It was meant to be that schoolboy, and Brodus kicked out like a dickhead when he was meant to get pinned. So then, and I'll give Cody this quick thing, because if you watch the Raw now, they edited it. But Cody jumps on the apron. You know when Sandow does the neckbreaker, Cody apparently took it on himself. Obviously, when they flipped the first spot to be like, and Cody jumped on to make that spot happen again. So fair play to Cody for quick thinking. You know, being like, right, I'm going to have to do something now. And then obviously, Sandow for being so athletic. Although it's not about Sandow, it's about the Sandow crowd. See that massive Sandow crowd with massive beard, he dressed like him. It was amazing. What a legend! What a Agua Sandow. His beard's on. His beard's coming on. I'm going to be known soon as Beard Net Ben. I'm start wearing a beard net. Yeah, because I need to. Gangster, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beard net and my pants around my ankles like Jay does. You know what that means in prison, don't you?
It means I'm ready.
It means you want one. Yeah, it means you want it a bit.
It means I'm ready.
Does it?
I don't know.
But so it was Sandow versus Brodus, and it was Cody versus Tensai. Apparently, the Shield were at that paper. The Shield were at that Cardiff, and they flew him over. You know, afterwards.
It looked right shoddy though.
No, but they wouldn't have flown him from a helicopter, mate.
Yeah, I know.
But no, it was alright. It was cool out like it was different. I suppose.
Yeah, it were.
And then we got who else did we get? As well, what other great matches did we have on Raw?
Jericho Ziggler
were all right. I enjoyed it. I watched the whole match.
Matches
They were enjoyable. Yeah, they always were good. Yeah, they were good anyway. And Fandango, when they played his music, obviously he didn't show up, is because apparently he was in Cardiff as well. And they flew him back for the end bit of Raw, because they were on Raw at end, weren't they?
in Regal.
Yeah, in Regal. That were a match again. Enjoyed it. Shortish match, but enjoyed it.
Yeah, man.
And Regal, got monster pop on it every time.
AJ's #1 contender for
the
title.
God, why have you ruined it? That was my main event. Yeah, and that was my main event news. Divas Battle Royal match. We're at Divas Battle Royal, wasn't it? Something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
so I think we're
and then I haven't actually watched this match yet because I didn't get that far into Raw. So you boys are gonna have to think. I know, mate. I'm slacking here. I'm slapping you.
I didn't watch that match.
The 6-on-6, the 3-on-3, apparently was a really, really good match.
Oh, yeah.
The Taker and D-Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
I've not seen it, so I can't really say.
Right.
But I've read loads about it. I've seen. Well, I watched a few clips today, but I haven't watched the whole match, and I want to see the whole match in it. So,
really enjoyed it.
Taker looked game proper. He looked up for it.
Yeah. So return to Raw, though, mate.
D-Bry were fucking on it as well.
Yeah.
D-Bry has been though,
you know what I mean?
because this is a big opportunity for him as well. Do you know what I mean?
Next level. It's like, you know what I mean? You just
yeah.
You couldn't believe that someone can be like that good. You know what I mean? He's just like so good.
Use an headbutt now, an elephant finish.
I tell you, mate, I tweeted saying Benoit will always be at Mania.
Yeah.
He won his match at Mania with headbutt.
Yeah, man.
Because when he did it, I just jumped up in pub and I was like, dun 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 dun. Yes.
Benoit, man.
Talking of that, little tale for you here. Not yours, Si. I got a new phone the other day, which I'm recording on now. I've gone back to old school of recording on my phone because I've got an iPhone 5 and it's really clear. I think it sounds really good.
Thank you,
so,
Apple.
thank you, Apple, for that. I totally forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, anyway, my tale is, I went to a tattoo shop to get it, and some kids are watching on an iPad at the other end of the shop, and I'm getting my contract, and this manager comes out and he goes, can you turn that down, please, lads? And I heard him, it was CM Punk talking, so I turn around and goes, that's CM Punk, innit? And this kid goes, yeah, he's best in the world, isn't he? I goes, yeah, kid, yeah, he's best in the world. And then I found out, like, within 30 seconds of that conversation, that everyone in the shop were marks.
Yeah.
Manager were Mark, the kid who was selling me the phone were Mark. It was fucking mint. I could have sat there for another 2 hours talking to him. And he was talking about Fandango, and they were, some of the stuff they were saying. They weren't just,
It's always awesome when like someone recognises you as a Mark.
Yeah,
it's like when you go out and you're wearing a wrestling t-shirt and someone notices and you're like,
well,
got
the
that
manager,
connection.
the manager said put him over. And as soon as he said that, and I know it's not like a supermarket term, but not many people, and I was like, I said to him, like, you watch it every week, do you? And he was like, I've been into it for years, man. I'm like, come and have a seat. So he sat with us anyway. So this kid's still bumming on in the background. I waited to listen to him going like, mate, CM Punk, best in the world, didn't he? So I turned around to this kid and went, go on YouTube when you get home and type Chris Benoit. And manager were like, fucking hell, like, put his hand to his mouth and started laughing. I was like, he's a legend. And he was like, I've never heard of him, what's he like? I goes, do you know who Kurt Angle is? He goes, yeah. I goes, Kurt Angle, he made Kurt Angle. Yeah, that joking, obviously. That's the only way I think I could say. He goes, yeah, I know who Kurt Angle is. And I was like, not about so much anymore. I said to him, like, he's not about so much anymore, but you can find a few matches online. There's a match with him and Punk. I said, like, there'll be a match with him and Punk. I'll check it. And the manager was like, you savage bastard. I'm like, mate, they need to know. I was like, no, let the boy watch. Let the boy watch. He needs to learn like I learned from my daddy. Like he learned from his. Yeah, like Deep South. That's the Deep South way, yeah?
He'll just come in he'll just be in paper like Chesterfield Times or whatever.
Derbyshire.
Local boy murders.
Chesterfield Times, you know...
Just local newspaper.
Derbyshire Times represent,
Derbyshire
advertiser
Times.
represent.
He'll be in paper like local boy murders family after leaving phone shop.
Yeah, that'll be it. After, all he said was Chris Tom to do it. I should have said to him, go and say Chris Benoit Murray 3 times. I should have told him what. You're only about 13, this kid, 12, 13. He needs to know. Man. Mate, I say, like, type in Kento Kobashi, Chop Fest. Yeah, and watch that. Real men. They're real men wrestling.
That's from Joey Joyce.
Joey Joyce, mate. There's no Irish wrestlers. Why has no one done that yet? Like the Irish Gypsy Traveller gimmick. Do you know what I mean? Sheamus could have done that.
Because they're always on road anyway.
Well, he is supposed to... Yeah, that's what I mean, though. Yeah, like, American gypsies.
Come to bring a caravan.
Mate, like, no, like Gypsy Lee, dressed like Gypsy Lee and that. Do you know what I mean? Like, have Oadbird as like, manager.
Yeah.
She never speaks, though. She's just goes like, out her hands. Like, ooh. Like, Crystal Boy. Read your palm and all that stuff. But that'd be cool. That'd be alright. Yeah, and then, the match was really good. Like I say, they went over, Shield went over, didn't they?
Yeah, it was surprising loads.
Yeah.
Like, what take us back?
What finish spot? Did I read right? Mr. Edder?
Yeah, D-Bry.
Mr. Edder. And
he went for Edder, then he got knocked off ropes, then they did a little bit, then they set him back up, and then D-Bry went back for Edder, then he missed.
And then Ambrose got cover.
Yeah.
That's cool. I just remembered something from the Ziggler-Jericho match that I read from the live notes. Apparently, when Fandango's music hits halfway through, at the end of the match, they've edited it out because it went on for a good minute, like after, right? And apparently, obviously it made no sense. They were like, because why would he be distracted for a minute? Do you know what I mean? Like, he got distracted and missed towards Jericho. Yeah. Well, but then apparently they wrestled for like about 40 seconds before they ended the spot. Yeah. And his music was still playing. And like the dude who went live were like, I didn't understand it because you wouldn't be distracted for a minute. It was distracted once. He could have won that match in a minute after. Jericho could easily win it. It's not like it didn't. His music playing didn't help Ziggler at all, apart from get out that was Jericho. If it would have played for that long, they still went into it was still like half a match in house show terms. So, and apparently they edited that because it went straight to finish spot, didn't it? And then Fandango's music stopped and Ziggler's music started playing as soon as he got pinned. It was like New Jack all over again. Fandango would have been New Jack. His music just plays all the way through his matches.
That's the best thing about New Jack.
That is the best thing about New Jack.
His music just plays.
Do you know
all
I wrestled Kevin Nash the other week?
Did he?
Yeah. On the show,
that music he's got, like on all them like ECW DVDs that WWE released.
There's a new one, and the new one come out. A new ECW one's just come out, and it's coming out soon. Like a tell-all, apparently.
Oh yeah.
It's this year anyway, apparently.
But when they change the music, because WWE can't use proper songs.
Yeah.
Like the one that New Jack's got, like, great music.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not Jim Johnston special.
I don't know, it might be.
Really?
He produces gold, doesn't
He
he?
does produce gold, apparently. Mex creates pure gold. He does, indeed. And then obviously the finishing...
And he's had more songs in the UK charts than Brooke Hogan.
Well, mate, who's had more dick, though? Brooke Hogan, I'm guessing.
I don't know.
And that's just from Terry. And that's just from Terry.
That's
Because I saw that fucking
Big
picture
Tez.
3 years ago where Big Tez were oiling Brooke's back up. Hogan were oiling his daughter.
There was another one recently, though, weren't they?
Fucking hell.
Where
Oh,
they
brother,
were
I ate
like-
like a horse like 5 minutes ago. Ate like a pig.
Great.
Yeah, they were another one, weren't they?
They were like looking at her ass or something. She got
Yeah!
bent over and
There were
he
3
like,
of them and Hogan were one of them.
Yeah.
Like checking her arse out. Here's a piano. Well, he's not anymore, he's just molested.
You heard it first, you know, Hogan.
Raw Forest has been cleared, it was only sexual harassment, it wasn't paedophilia apparently. So, Hogan's got to be next one.
Can you imagine that?
Hogan, mate, they'd be, mate, burning effigies and lot in the streets.
Mate, it'd go
Wouldn't
ape
they?
shit, wouldn't it? That started an apocalypse.
Pro wrestling would die.
Yeah, it would.
Pro wrestling would die. Yeah. But the last segment of Raw were Foley and Ryback and Cena, weren't it?
Yeah.
And apparently Ryback come out and got in Foley's face. And Foley apparently got
I thought
back in
Ryback
his
did
face.
alright on
Foley
my
did.
Foley,
to be
did
honest.
Foley start shouting at him, like
Yeah.
giving the Foley shout?
Yeah, he
Like,
did.
you know something!
Yeah.
He does when he's getting a bit angry.
Yeah, man.
We missed
Right.
him, and he played this month. We missed him. At Sheffield.
I actually enjoyed like Ryback on mic. I thought he did alright for
Did
himself.
he fit live?
He was
Live?
alright,
Second
yeah.
I ain't seen it. I saw the
Yeah,
pre-recorded one. I ain't
yeah.
seen the live one.
No, he actually did alright.
Fair enough.
Like,
That's
pretty,
Supermarket Nick Mason said that, so
He
it
put a
must...
pretty decent promo, and I was like,
Was he talking like this, though? Yeah. In like full sentences. I am going to destroy John Cena this weekend at Extreme Rules. That's how he says it.
Is it this weekend?
I
Yeah,
can't
it was
remember,
a foot
I
this
can't
weekend.
remember
That
what he
was just an
said.
example,
I was
Jamie.
gonna
I can't remember what he said
I'm an
now.
actor.
But like, you know what I mean? I've seen a lot fucking worse that's gotten over.
Yeah, well,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Doink.
you know what I mean? Or,
Doink.
Don't you
Yeah.
shit in him.
Did we get any hill reaction at the end of Raw, though, obviously, when he come out with Foley?
yeah, a
They
little
were
bit.
booing
Yeah, a
him.
little bit.
Anyway, Doink's alright.
There's not!
Didn't you ever see him in ECW?
No, I can't
Oh.
say I did.
That Born Again, Matt Born Again, he was like,
Really?
his gimmick were that he were Doink and he was Matt Born.
Did he have half and half?
Yeah.
I did see it, I have seen it.
He was like
Had half
Matt Born, and his gimmick were that he'd been driven insane by sports entertainment and he didn't know, and he'd like have a split personality where he kept
Like
going to
Hogan, he had
Doink.
to say, yeah, you can't establish character from person. Like
He's shit, Hogan.
Like Hogan
I
turning up to
said-
court case for divorce with fucking bow bandana on.
I
Calling
said
Judge
he's
brother,
fucking
that's
shit.
true.
Yeah.
And his acting's wanking out.
I heard about that.
Yeah, calling a brother, calling Judge brother and shit like that. Yeah, you had the pleasure of watching some Rally last night, didn't you?
Yeah,
What did you
Three
watch then?
Ninjas with Hogan in it. Fuck me, man. He like, I'm Hulk Hogan. I'm like, no, you're not, boy. Bedtime. Come on. You know, I'm not.
Who said that, Ollie?
No, I said that to him.
No, he said, I'm Hulk
yeah,
Hogan.
he like, I want to be Hulk Hogan. I'm like, come on, Ben.
You're not being anyone, it's
Yeah,
bed.
like,
And we also had a
talking
bit of
that
sad
shit.
news yesterday, but it was a good job at a 10-minute phase, weren't
It
it?
was scary, weren't it?
Did you see Jay Status on Facebook?
Oh shit.
Ollie
I
said he
remember.
Ollie
Oh
said
my
he didn't like
God.
wrestling
I
anymore.
was like,
But
what?
then, I posted that picture of Brainbuster and you showed him, didn't you?
Yeah, man.
And then he was back on it. I
You
want one.
like, yeah.
He was like, I want one.
He said, please, man.
He said about 40, yeah.
Yeah.
Mark, Jay's brother, who's
Feed
been
me
on
more.
it, he said, Ollie said, please, Dad, can I have a Brainbuster? He said, please, and Jay was like, fucking come here, bang.
Yeah, mate.
But it was there!
He loves it, man.
Yeah, he loves it. Did you say something about you downloaded some other day and it had 4 minutes left and you were like, time for 4 Brainbusters?
Yeah.
A Brainbuster a minute, still got time for 4 Brainbusters.
Bang.
He takes him.
He loves it.
That was discipline when we were younger though. We were like, look, if he's naughty, these finishes are going to rack up. I remember we were sat here, we were sat watching Avengers, and he were being naughty, weren't it?
You were.
And not as in like being a kid, like not wanting to watch it, he was just being naughty. And you were like, right, 6, 7 finishes, 8, that's 8. And then you grabbed him like, come here, and gave him like German into the tombstone, spun him around GTS, FU, got slapped him in crossface, got him up for German, did like 8 in a row, and then he was still like, again, more. We need to send him off to Japan now. 3-year-old, he'll walk in, take a couple of Brainbusters.
He's too old to go to Japan.
He's
man.
too old, mate. We have to bring him young, don't they? Mate, he'll be coming to NCBA when he's old enough.
He missed his belt.
Yeah, he goes outside and punches bins. He trains. He
Does
can do
push-ups
pull-ups. He can do his own pull-ups. He invented his own finisher. He does an arm lock and then bridges him, son.
What was that? Wait, with Ollie's mum, and she went about like, oh, you're doing this cockney walk where you're walking around like that, and you're like, that's fucking Butcher.
Yeah, he was walking. Yeah, she was like, you're walking about, throwing fists about, and he was like some cockney. Yeah. Like he's doing Necro Butcher. He was throwing fists. He was doing Butcher's entrance.
He loves it.
They were amazing out. Like, I know we talk about a lot on the show, but he's a fucking legend. And when he's old enough to, you know, like, obviously proper sentences together, and when he's got the attention span to stay, I'd love to get him on for, you know, even for like just 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What you got to say, Raw? What's going on with Raw at the minute, Ollie? Who's your favourite? We could probably do it now. Do you know what I mean? He wouldn't. He'd be psyched for it. You said he had a podcast, didn't he? And you were like, "Where's that? Who's on telly? Why are you on telly?
Yeah, man.
Why's your voice? Why's Uncle Ben's voice on telly? Proper tripping out. What's that? What are you talking to? Stuff like that, bless him. But yeah, we'd love to get him on. But like, no, it was just his birthday party. We had Bouncing Castle and he was wrestling Jay, and he kept running outside at Bouncing Castle entrance. Just kept running down, going, "It's a shame thing, lobster head," and it's like cracking himself in chairs like Sheamus. And every time Jay swat him off Bouncing Castle, he still come back in as Sheamus, run back round again, run back round, lobster head. Like, he was loving it, mate. He was loving it. Doing big boot. He's throwing punches at me in the lap, Butcher. He nearly dropped Mark early. Mark was like, you saw it, didn't he? He proper launched a punch at Mark.
We were slapping up.
They were proper slapping up. He went proper bang.
Where did he hit him?
It's in the face. He proper gave him one. Because Mark was like, give me a finisher. And he pulled the elbow out first, then he was like, bang. Like, sucker punched him. And Mark dropped to the floor. And then Mark dropped to the floor. Ollie was like, get up, get up. Mark got up and he gave him an RKO out of nowhere, bang. Mark on all fours, he just grabbed neck, bang. That's his finisher, Ollie, cutter.
Yeah, he loves it.
Ollie beast cutter. He loves it, doesn't he? And he proper baits and all that Randy Orton. He waits for you to turn around, bang, out of nowhere.
As
he said, does he start saying out of nowhere yet? You need to start getting to that.
No,
You could have been putting him in head.
He's not seen he's not been in that era. That was good era Randy Orton. He's not seen good era Randy Orton, has he?
Double stomp.
Has he?
Yeah, didn't he?
Yeah, he does, yeah. Well, let's get on to it. We've got 10 minutes left. I think we should start talking about the pros and cons of TNA.
We should.
I think it'd be nice. I think we'll all go around and have a bit of a pro and a con on what we think, if we've seen it we like and if we've seen it we don't like. So we'll start with you, Nick. What are you feeling at the minute about TNA? Pro.
It's hard to say because there's like... I mean, I think the wrestlers are great. I mean, I really like seeing like a lot of guys coming up like Zema Ion. Quite enjoying him at the minute. Joey Ryan, yeah.
It's banging.
I like Magnus. I think Magnus is a good worker.
There's a new figure of Magnus. It's mint. Like him.
Yeah, I need it.
Needs it. Magnus tweeted congratulating Man United on the 20th win this week and all. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? The knockouts division. It's like TNA's pretty much if you want to watch women's wrestling.
To be fair, mate, you want to watch Ring Runner. I watched a 4-way Ring Runner.
Out of the two,
I know. And they were just like full on like big old moonsault to outside off top rope and shit like that. And breaking like power driver. One of them finishing with a power driver and shit. You don't see that shit. That's Sarah Del Rey shit. That. And she's not fucking turned up yet, has she? Do we even know what's going on with Sarah Del Rey? Is she a trainer? We need her on telly at least once. And a big snout.
She'll be like Regal soon. She'll be doing commentating, just doing women of her, like now and then.
But like, you know.
Anyway, what you liking?
But yeah, I kind of like the aces and eights a bit, but it's like I kind of don't as well.
You like the concept? Is that maybe?
Yeah, but it's like I like the concept. You know what I mean? I like the whole like Sons of Anarchy thing, and I kind of like the characters, but it's just like it's just NWO done again.
Yeah, but with far worse talent.
Yeah,
than the original NWO.
But it's like every time they were going to unmask a member, you were like, oh, who's it going to be?
Oh, it's Mike Knox. Yeah,
and it's like
you know him, Ted. You know him.
Then even got Anderson, it's like he was like the big fucking thing a few years back or last year with like the guy that they were grooming, and now he's just a random body.
Although, what kind of grooming we talking?
Yeah, they're grooming him, aren't they? He does a lot of talking on Mike, though, you know.
On MSN.
Yeah. They don't let him do public appearances though, especially not in newspapers. You don't know what he's saying, what he ain't saying. So what you're saying is you like the work as you just get the product.
It's like I think they've got all the pieces. But they're not putting them together.
Well, they've got one piece that's don't fit, and that's Hogan, I think.
Yeah. So. You see, that's what it is for TNA. You know, like, before Hogan came in, like, I don't know, go to, like, 2008, and you look at, like, what TNA went from 2002 in, like, that shitty little, like, asylum.
Yeah.
And look at what they went to, like, with a six-sided ring. They had, like, Kurt Angle. Well. Yeah. You know what I mean? They were growing.
And it was something new.
You know what I mean? You had, like, a lot of guys, like, getting over, like, Eric Young.
Yeah.
Bobby Roode, you know what I mean? All these guys who it's
Bobby Roode's the top of his game at the minute.
You know what I mean?
Well, he's not a minute.
It was like, you give him a few more years to season, they'd be bigger.
Yeah.
But then Hogan came in, and it's like he brought in Rob Van Dam, Jeff Hardy, and all these ready-made guys that just squashed all these guys who were making it. And I think, like, if you left it, I think TNA would have grown from then to now.
Brought the odd big name if they could acquire him, but not...
Not permanent.
They were forced to where they are instead of growing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, well, they've been... Yeah, they have been. They've been pushed to where...
They just made a product and shoved it down people's throat instead of letting it grow to something that people would accept.
That's fair enough.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, look at Samoa Joe where he was then, and look at how he is now. And he was like over his foot back then. You know, like the Samoa submission machine.
No, I agree, mate. I do agree. It's a shame, matey. You said you watched... Well, your con of TNA this week, Si,
it's just pure crap, mate.
Unwatchable.
It's just crap. I watched 2 minutes of it and I turned it off.
You couldn't cope with it?
No, it's just a jabber show, mate.
Mate, it is, though.
That's all it is.
Is there what you like about any, like Kurt or anyone in there that you like?
Kurt's crap nowadays.
Yeah, well,
everybody's shit.
Yeah, there's loads of people that need to come to WWE. Loads of people, we've said before, so...
Styles, mate.
Yeah, the good thing, I'll go next is... Styles are never good, though, mate. It's an interesting But I suppose the good thing in my sense is that I do like that they did a British boot camp this year and that they showed British talent off.
I really hope they do another one.
Yeah, they are going to be doing another one, apparently.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was cool to the Robo Rocco on it as well.
Yeah.
Training them, that was cool. I like that fact. I like the fact they are bringing British talent, they're getting British talent over and stuff like that as well. But like I said, I agree with the downfall is Hogan, and it's because we're Hogan and we're anything, and I'm talking like I know him now, but we're supposed we sort of do. It's his way or no. It's his ideas or no. Hulk, I've had an idea for this year. That sounds good, but if we do this, how about we change that to that? You know what I mean?
Don't get it anymore.
Fuck it. It's boring now. Surely have Ace and Nate's give a fucking full-on beat down to where he snaps, and people are like, oh my god, it is actually Abyss. Yeah. So you know what I mean? And then he gets masked back on week after and he's Abyss. Even if he's got short hair, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's Abyss. You know, I like him as Abyss. He'll get stale, but he's become more stale with Joseph Parks over a year or two than he has ever been with Abyss.
Everybody knows
you know Abyss. Don't you remember Abyss with mask and that?
I was really enjoying Abyss before they changed him. You know when he was like quoting all that Sun Tzu like art of war and stuff, getting right into that.
Yeah, I do, and I like the fact that they were able to work. You know, they put him in X Division with Brian Kendrick and that, didn't they? And he works well with X Division. You know, he works well with anyone really.
He's a decent worker.
Yeah,
I mean, people don't like
James Mitchell.
Because I think Raven's an asshole. Sorry, go on.
But like, he's one of them people who's like just like pigeonholed in hardcore like wrestling.
Yeah,
but he's actually a decent worker.
Yeah, they might slap some spandex on him, make him Abyss Parks.
They did
Abysmal Park.
First ever TNA show. They had a rumble at end, and like he came out, he was just his guy Justice.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You were like in a rumble. I was like, that's Abyss. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I watched it just as they started doing Joseph Park. You know,
because with this Joseph Park thing, it's not going anywhere soon because he's doing this whole like he's doing divorce for fucking Ms Hogan and fucking thingy. And
yeah,
that's what she fucking calls us, doesn't she, online and that. So all the fucking things is Ms Hogan, as in Miss, and fucking Bully Ray. So he's not going anywhere soon. I thought they were, you know that bit when they kidnapped him. Ages ago they kidnapped him. They got electric round testicles and shit. They got electric up tests, and they were hammering him in the head. I thought that'd have been a perfect time for him to be tortured that much that he comes back out as Abyss, or you know what I mean, Abyss comes out and then he takes his mask off. As people that know already, but all fans are like, that's Joseph Parks. I think
they're going to have to do it like
split personality.
You know, because it's supposed to be his brother. Yeah, have it like building up to split personality. I think they want to do it now and again. He just keeps snapping into.
Well, he does. No, he does that though. To be fair,
yeah.
Like when he sees his own blood and stuff, he's been doing sidewalks, like black hole slam and stuff like that. But then like snapping out again and being like all scared and stuff. Yeah. That's another thing. I appreciate he's got to act green and stuff, but he acts like he's a pansy. You know what I mean? Like, he's not hard at all. He acts like he's the weakest.
He's entertaining.
He is, but it's like, he's very scared in that. You're a big dude. You'd have a bit of confidence because of that size. You know, at least make it a little bit realistic. Like, like he backs down to from fights and he's like, well, at least they've been doing like, I want to fight him, and Hugo's like, I don't know. And then he's like, go on then. And then they fight and he loses, right? And then he does it again with Devon. Like, he's building up, I think, to Devon in with TV title, and Parks will probably take it.
I don't know, I'm thinking Magnus might take it.
I like it. I'd like that. I would like that. What's your pro with TNA, Jake, did it? There's got to be something, mate.
I don't have to watch it. Seriously, I've got no love whatsoever for TNA now. I used to fucking.
No, right, alright. You're obviously not thinking at the minute. So there's no in TNA at the minute that's happened that you are happy about at all in TNA at this minute in time.
Not since
Not even
fucking,
Bully Ray being champ.
No, not since.
Shut
Since
up.
Aries dropped title, not fucking bothered, man. That ruined it for me. To Jeff Hardy and all.
Yeah, but Bully Ray,
Fucking
I've wanted to see Bully Ray champ for a while.
Yeah, I wanted to see him as
He's still
champ.
good that he's actually built
He could have
himself
beat
up to that level.
Aries.
Because it's on his resume now, do you know what I mean? It's on his accomplishments. I have been a world champion somewhere.
Yeah, he could have beat Aries.
So
I'd
it's
been
good
happy
for
with
him.
that. I'd probably still watch it if he'd have beat
Yeah, but
Aries.
they wrestled a couple of times, you know, that
Yeah, and
month.
put epic matches on.
I'm saying with Robert Roode and Aries, what they're doing with them at the minute now? Like,
I
they're a
don't
tag team,
fucking know.
they're not a tag team because Hernandez and Thing did that whole TNA with the predictable. If you lose, you have got to split as a tag team, even though you're probably one of the most recognised tag teams we've got at the minute in TNA, you know, that people know as a team.
Yeah.
You've not really had any singles matches, Charles, apart from when you've been in tag team feuds. But you're gonna, if you lose, you've got to disband it. Oh, I wonder who's going to win that then. See what I mean? Oh, sure enough, they retain tag titles and they don't have to disband. Fuck me. You know what I mean? It's getting, yeah, like, there's good bits about it. I do like it. I watch it now and then. I'll read results every week anyway because I'm a wrestling fan. That's what I do. I like to see what's happening. I like to see who's going anywhere. I like to see, I like to know a bit of TNA news because if Oates seems to come to WE, and when else comes to WE or whatever. But yeah, it don't get much love. Like, I know there's a lot of people with a lot of love for it, and there's some good. The matches are good. Some matches are good.
Yeah,
But it's just
some
the
matches
product, the
are good.
storylines make no sense.
I don't think anyone's going to really like pay real attention to TNA now.
And they're pushing towards Hogan Sting, aren't they? And all in another match. Because Hogan's like, you're not my brother anymore, even though we never were brothers. Brother, right?
Everyone's
You know what I mean? They're like, we're not, yeah, like we're all brothers, but we're not actually brothers. I will never call you brother again.
Brother,
All right,
brother.
Steve.
Oh.
Sting and Steve Borden, twist.
But, like,
Mark. They'll call him Bully Ray Mark for about 3 weeks.
I don't think anyone's going to pay real attention to TNA now until Hogan's gone.
I hope not.
You know what I mean? I think that's what it's going to take for people to like really get into TNA again, get rid of Hogan.
Yeah. No, I agree. It needs to, it needs something drastic happen to
People
it.
people were getting bored of it before he came in, and then as soon as Hogan came in, everyone tuned in. Like, you know, that first night.
Yeah, well, I loved it because I thought Hogan was actually going to work.
I'll tell you what they
I
need
thought,
to
you know,
do.
they decided to do
like,
like
yeah.
Hogan signs TNA. I was like, what is it working? Awesome.
I'll
But,
tell you what
like,
they need to do
fuck.
in UK. They need to put Ring of Honor on challenge and fuck TNA off. That's what they need to do.
Well, apparently they put UK Wrestling Challenge now.
yeah.
Oh,
After
they?
Wrestle Talk, it's an actual UK show, a roundup, and I like shows
Oh,
UK. Yeah,
I
action.
didn't know.
No, man, yeah, it's
Oh,
been on for a bit. You're
no,
not
shit.
friends with Alex Shane on Facebook. Keeps you updating with that shit.
Yeah.
It's a good. Do you know, a lot of people on Facebook. So I don't follow him on Twitter, but on Facebook. A lot of my friends, obviously.
Yeah.
I've added Alex Shane, he accepted,
added
but
him.
he's interesting shit. He posted interesting shit, man.
He's like the guy, like, you know, if you're like wanting to be like a wrestler, he's like one of the main guys to like contact like for advice. Like,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
I really want to like do this. What do I need to go do to get to this level? And he gives a lot of people some really good advice. I mean, I think there's a lot of like established guys in this country now who have like, you know what I mean, Alex Shane's like really helped them
Yeah,
like
no, I agree.
elevate themselves.
I agree. Like I say, I watched a bit of RCW episode down in Glasgow, and it was good. Like I say, not only did the commentators swear, there were some good matches. Like El Guerrero wrestled some guy called someone Coffee, not John Coffey, but someone else Coffee. It was a good match. You know, there was some good stuff. It was a bit different. I'd never seen it before. I know, like, you know, I know Betty Noir. I'm friends with her on Facebook, and she wrestles for RCW. I know her boyfriend Paul as well. But I don't know really any male ones, you know, like she gets about loads as
Yeah.
well. She does. She's fighting Japanese, you know, a tag match here in a tag team partner against 2 Japanese women the other day. Brutal. You should see, mate, take a picture of that.
Actually, a few decent women wrestlers in
Yeah.
this country.
And they all tend to be at Scotland at minute, to be
Yeah,
fair.
like Kaylee
you know,
Ray,
there's-
she's
but it's-
Scottish.
I'm not talking young ones, I'm talking established in the sense that actually established sense now. Like, if she's fighting Japanese opponents, stuff like, you know what I mean, she's doing well that, so.
I think that Kaylee Ray though, she got booked in Japan.
Kayla with pink hair?
Yeah,
I've seen
like
Kayla
red hair,
wrestle
but
and
she
all,
like
yeah.
they actually like
Red hair,
paid
yeah.
for her to like go over.
Really?
You know what I mean? So
That's it. Well, Lita's at PC Dub this week, soon, isn't she?
yeah.
And that camp, and so isn't
Yeah.
Nigel, I believe, as well.
Yeah, Doug Williams,
In Doug Williams
Gold
as well.
Dust.
Yeah. You mean Dustin? We'll go and have a Gav will come down for that. Rev will be loving that. His
Yeah.
favourite character. Gav named his cat Misty after Misty Arctic
Oh
Fox in TNA.
shit!
No shit.
Couldn't you just call
Black
it Dakota?
Rains. Yeah. yeah. So, yeah, 1 hour 5 minute, 1 hour 3 minute. We've done quite well, I think, and I've enjoyed it. Thanks very much for being on the show.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap it up now. I know little bits of spotty in bits, but yeah, I've enjoyed it today. Thanks for coming on the show, Nick
Been
Mason.
awesome.
Cheers, Si. You've
Yeah,
sitting
mate,
here, mate.
pleasure.
You've I've enjoyed you being on, and as always, Jezza. Thank you very much. Big Elite Series coming up soon.
Yep.
haven't we? I'm not quite sure who my opponent is yet. So I don't know if Brett Bell's refusing to work or not. Or he just keeps saying he don't understand what's going on. Obviously, it must be the dementia or him just getting old. That's why he's had to retire. And I'm more than happy to retire him again. Yeah. I've told you, I will break his leg.
I've told him many times.
I will break his leg. Yeah.
Favourite jobber in the UK, Brett Bell.
That's
my
it.
favourite jobber.
Just at the show anyway. Talking to Brett Bell, Vicky Bell has a company called Vic Stitch Customs, and I mention every week or every time we're on because it's worth mentioning. She does some really, really good gear. I've got some gear. I've got a new stuff. She's had mine for ages. I need to get that. I want to debut that for Elite Series. So you've had stuff made for her.
Yeah.
You're getting stuff made for you as well. We're going to sort that out. She's online. VicStitchCustoms.com. I believe is a website. If she ain't got a website, that's a total lie. Then get on Facebook and search Vic Stitch as well. She might have one. I'm not sure, but it's really good stuff. I know a lot of people's had them. I say I went to a show last month, and there were a fatal four-way, and 3 of the 4 guys in that fatal four-way had Vic Stitch custom gear on, and it looked really good. And in fact, she was sat in front of me, and I just kept going, "Did you make that?" She was like, "Yeah. Did you make that one? I didn't make that one." I'm like, "Yeah, I can tell. Like, did you make that one? Yeah, I made that one." Like, yeah, so it's cool. She's a really nice lass. She's good at what she does. Brett's jobber for her and all. He does promo jobber, isn't he? Promo. You wouldn't promo that for me. I'm going to make him. She does all the hard work. We all know that.
We do.
Yeah, but yeah, check them out anyway. Vic Stitch Customs on Facebook, really good gear at affordable prices. I also want to give a shout out to Dean Mitchell on British Wrestling Radio. He's every Friday night. Check that shit out. It's really good stuff. He's a super mark as well. Open to meet up with him at PCW show.
Yeah.
Meet him face to face for the first time. I spoke to him quite a bit. Give me quite a lot of advice, and he's helped me, a lot of stuff at podcasts as well. So that's really cool. Thanks again. Check out British Wrestling Radio on YouTube. It's BWR. Or check out Dean Mitchell. I'm sure he's always happy for a new friend. Very knowledgeable guy as well. I really enjoy talking to him when I get a chance. So yeah, check Dean out. Also, as always, my boy Dave Evans on Red Road Radio. Drive time, drive by. We still need to get that sorted out.
We do.
We need to get that jingle out for him. But yeah, on Drive Time. It's on Red Road FM. It's on Mondays between 5 and 7. And I think he said that he'd never been. I described him last show as having a soothing voice, and he said that I've never been told that. And I'm like, well, don't think out on it. Just couldn't think else what to say. Forgot what I was going to say. So yeah, no, nice guy, a really nice guy. I didn't know.
It sounded
I
like
didn't.
It sounded like
I said
it,
I couldn't.
Oh, right.
No, mate.
Mate, I'm not call. Why would I call him that? He's a very cool dude for a start. So I like him.
It sounded
But
like
I said I couldn't anyway. But anyway, yeah, Dave Evans, check him out. Red Road Radio, between 5 and 7 on a Monday on Drive By. I've been your host, HBH, aka Ben Hampton. Thanks very much for listening to our Podomania World's Strongest Man special. And as with the intro, we'll leave you with the outro, which is the rest of Mark Henry's intro.
And a link so you can download it.
And a link so you can download the track as well. In the words of the immortal 6 Mafia, somebody's going to get their ass beat. Good night.
I walk through this land like a runner's man. Never can you imagine the pain that I bring if I stand up.